Most people believe wealth is built by working harder. Wake up early, work longer, earn more, save whatever remains. It sounds responsible, but there is a problem. If hard work alone created wealth, then the hardest working people would always be the richest. They are not, because money does not simply reward effort. Money rewards strategy. And this is where Machiavelli becomes surprisingly relevant. Niccolò Machiavelli was not a financial advisor. He was a political thinker who studied power, human behavior, control, incentives, loyalty, and survival. His world was about kingdoms and political power. Our world is about money, but the underlying principle is similar. If you do not understand the forces controlling you, then those forces will control you. Think about your financial life. Your employer influences your income. Advertising influences what you want. Social media influences what you believe you should own. Banks profit when you borrow. Your friends can influence your spending. And your emotions can destroy years of financial progress through a few impulsive decisions. You may earn a good salary and still have almost no financial power. But because income is not wealth. Imagine someone earning $100,000 every year but spending almost everything. Now imagine another person earning $60,000 while consistently saving, investing, and avoiding unnecessary debt. Who is becoming more powerful? The second person. Because wealth is not about how impressive your income looks. It is about how much control you have over your future. That brings us to the first ruthless money habit. Protect your money before trying to multiply it. Most people immediately ask, how can I make more money? They search for side hustles. They chase investments. They look for the next business opportunity. But a strategic person asks another question first. How can I stop losing the money I already make? This question is powerful because financial destruction usually happens quietly. One subscription does not look dangerous. One restaurant bill does not look dangerous. One expensive phone does not look dangerous. One unnecessary car upgrade does not look dangerous. But repeated over months and years, these decisions can completely change your financial future. Think of your finances as a fortress. You would never spend millions building a fortress and then leave every gate open. Yet people do exactly that with their money. They work hard to earn it. Then they allow dozens of unnecessary expenses to slowly drain it. The ruthless approach is different. Know where your money goes. Eliminate expenses that provide little value. Avoid high-interest consumer debt. Build an emergency reserve. And most importantly, stop automatically increasing your lifestyle every time your income increases. This is called lifestyle inflation. You receive a raise. Then you move into a more expensive apartment. You buy a newer car. You eat at more expensive restaurants. You take bigger vacations. Your monthly expenses rise. And somehow, despite earning more, you still feel financially trapped. You did not become wealthier. You simply built a more expensive cage. A strategic person does something different. When income rises, they first strengthen their position. They may increase investments. They may build savings. They may develop valuable skills. They may reduce debt. They may create another income source. The objective is simple. Turn additional income into additional freedom. And this leads to another important principle. Never confuse looking wealthy with being wealthy. Machiavelli understood the power of appearances. People often judge strength by what they can see. A luxury car, an expensive watch, a beautiful house, designer clothes, first-class vacations. But appearances can be completely misleading. Someone can look rich and be financially fragile. Another person can look ordinary while quietly accumulating significant assets. This is why building wealth often requires becoming comfortable with being underestimated. You do not need to prove your financial success to everyone. You do not need to show people how much you earn. You do not need to upgrade your lifestyle because someone else upgraded theirs. Your financial strategy should serve your future, not someone else's opinion of you. This is especially important in the age of social media. You constantly see people displaying luxury lifestyles. New cars, expensive restaurants, dream vacations, designer clothing. But you rarely see the debt behind the image. You see the result. You do not see the financial cost. So never compare your real financial life to someone else's carefully edited highlight reel. Instead, ask yourself 4 questions. Does this make me stronger? Does this give me more freedom? Does this create future value? Or am I buying it simply to impress people? Those questions can completely change your spending habits. Consider a $5,000 purchase. The average person asks, can I afford $5,000? A strategic person asks, what else could $5,000 accomplish? Could reduce expensive debt. Could strengthen an emergency fund. Could be invested. It could fund education or equipment that increases earning power. Could create an opportunity. Suddenly the purchase is no longer competing against nothing. It is competing against your future. That is the concept most people miss. Every dollar has an opportunity cost. When you spend money today, you are also choosing not to use that money somewhere else. You are choosing between present satisfaction and future possibilities. That does not mean you should never enjoy your money. Wealth is not about living like a monk. It is about making sure your lifestyle does not consume the future you are trying to build. You can enjoy dinner. You can travel. You can buy things you genuinely value. But do it intentionally. The ruthless person does not ask, "Can I buy this?" They ask, "Is this purchase worth what I am giving up?" That small mental shift creates discipline. And discipline is one of the most powerful forms of financial strength. Because the wealth game is not usually won through one spectacular decision. It is won through thousands of ordinary decisions. Saving when you could spend. Waiting when you could buy. Investing when you could show off. Learning when you could complain. And staying patient when everyone else wants instant results. The first habit is therefore simple. Conquer the financial game. You must first stop losing the game. And once your money is protected, the next question becomes much more interesting. How do you make your money start working for you? That is where habit number 2 begins. The first habit was simple. Protect your money before trying to multiply it. But protection is only the beginning. If you want lasting wealth, you must eventually make your money work for you. This brings us to the second ruthless habit. Stop relying entirely on your time to create income. Most people have only one financial engine. Their job. They wake up. They work. They receive a paycheck. They pay their bills. Then they repeat the same process. Month after month. Year after year. There is nothing wrong with working for money. The problem begins when your labor is the only thing producing money in your life. Because your time has a limit. You can only work so many hours each day. You can only work for so many years. And your energy will not remain the same forever. If your income depends entirely on your physical presence, then your financial growth has a natural ceiling. Machiavelli understood the danger of depending on one source of power. A ruler who depends on one ally is vulnerable. A business that depends on one customer is vulnerable. And a person who depends entirely on one paycheck is financially vulnerable. This does not mean you should quit your job. It means you should stop treating your paycheck as the final destination. Treat your income as capital. Your job can provide the resources you need to build assets. Your salary can fund investments. Your salary can help you develop valuable skills. Your salary can help you start a business. Your salary can help you create opportunities. The goal is to slowly move from earning only through labor toward owning things that can create value. This is the difference between income and wealth. Income is what comes in. Wealth is what remains and continues working. Imagine 2 people receive an extra $10,000. The first person spends it immediately. A new phone, a vacation, expensive clothes, entertainment. The money disappears. The second person asks a different question. How can I use this money to create future value? Maybe they invest part of it. Maybe they use part of it to learn a valuable skill. Maybe they purchase equipment for a small business. Maybe they build an emergency reserve so they can take bigger opportunities later. The important part is not the exact choice. The important part is the mindset. The first person sees money as something to consume. The second person sees money as something to deploy. That difference can change an entire life. Every dollar you earn can be given a job. Some money can protect you. Some money can grow. Some money can create opportunities. Some money can provide enjoyment. The mistake is allowing every dollar to become consumption. Because consumption ends. Ownership can continue. A restaurant meal gives you an experience. An asset may continue producing value. A luxury item can give you status. A productive investment can potentially generate future returns. A new gadget may entertain you for a few months. A valuable skill can increase your earning ability for years. The ruthless habit is learning to distinguish between temporary pleasure and permanent advantage. This does not mean you should stop enjoying life. Wealth is not about becoming miserable. It is about making sure today's lifestyle does not destroy tomorrow's freedom. Machiavelli focused on consequences. He understood that every decision creates another position. Money works the same way. Every financial decision changes your future position. When you spend money today, you are also deciding what that money cannot do tomorrow. That is opportunity cost. Suppose you want to spend $5,000 on something you do not really need. The average person asks, can I afford $5,000? A strategic person asks, what could this $5,000 become if I use it differently? Could reduce expensive debt. Could strengthen savings. Could be invested. It could fund education. It could purchase equipment. It could create a new income opportunity. Suddenly the decision becomes much more serious. You are not choosing between buying something and doing nothing. You are choosing between one future and another. This is how wealthy thinking develops. You begin to see money as a tool, not a reward, not a status symbol, not something that must immediately be spent. A tool. And powerful people understand how to use tools. There is another important lesson. Do not become obsessed with passive income before building active strength. The internet makes passive income sound effortless. But most passive income requires something before it becomes passive. Capital, skills, knowledge, systems, ownership, or years of work. A person with no savings and no valuable skill cannot simply expect money to appear while they sleep. First, build your economic strength. Increase your earning ability. Control your spending. Create a financial reserve. Then convert your surplus into assets. Think of your financial life like building an army. Your income is the recruitment system. Your savings are the supplies. Your investments are the forces working on your behalf. Your knowledge is the strategy. And time is the battlefield. You do not need a massive army on the first day. You need an army that becomes stronger every year. This is where compounding becomes powerful. At first, the results may look insignificant. You save. You invest. You continue working. Nothing dramatic happens. But over long periods, your earlier decisions begin producing results. Your money can generate returns. Those returns can generate additional returns. And eventually, your previous efforts begin working alongside your current efforts. That is the beginning of financial leverage. But there is a dangerous temptation. People discover investing and immediately want spectacular results. They chase whatever is rising. They follow hype. They take risks they do not understand. They want to become rich quickly. That is not strategy. That is impatience. Machiavellian thinking is about calculated action. You do not attack simply because you can. You understand the battlefield first. The same principle applies to money. Do not take risks that could destroy your financial foundation. Understand what you own. Understand what you are investing in. Avoid decisions based purely on emotion. Think in years instead of days. Your goal is not to win every financial battle. Your goal is to remain strong enough to keep playing. Because wealth is usually built quietly. There may be no dramatic moment, no sudden transformation, just thousands of intelligent decisions repeated for years. Saving when others spend. Investing when others speculate. Learning when others complain. Waiting when others